Whatever, everybody. You know what it is. CP All Access, baby. It's Monday. Another day, another fresh start to a new week. Been having a great day so far, man. Just getting ready to just had some food. Getting ready to hit the gym. Today's chest day. Anyway, all right. So last night, man, I was just getting hit with just like all kinds of crazy ass ideas. Well, not crazy, but I was inspired last night. I'll just say that. And something that I've been doing that I didn't do in the beginning was just jotting down ideas or thoughts. Pretty much just thoughts. You know what I mean? And I'll refer back to later, and I'm like, I don't really want to talk about that or whatever. You know what I mean? Just stuff that little hints to go back to and consider content and help me get my train of thought. But anyway, like I said, man, I was inspired last night and I wrote a lot, and I still plan on giving that to you guys as soon as possible. I'll probably get it going today, maybe upload it tomorrow, but knowing me, I'll probably do it today and upload it tonight so you guys have it to view tomorrow. Anyway, man, give you a little backstory about how my day went. I got up this morning a little bit late because I was up late, and I'm gonna tell you, man, I was so inspired yesterday and last night. Just like I said, just everything was just flooding my mind, and I stayed up late for a while, got some work done, and then when I laid down, it was just more of the same, man. My mind was just racing, so I had a hard time getting to sleep. But I don't mind that, you know, when it's positive, when it's positivity, you know, I'm good with that. I'm happy about that. But anyway, you know, and when I slept, it was more of the same thing. I was just having dreams about, you know, sharing with people and that whole experience, man. So it was good. But anyway, I woke up a little bit tired, but I got up and did what I typically do every morning, especially during the work week. Right now, as you guys know, I'm laid off, so I got a lot of time to focus on the things that I want to do, really focus on my interests and my dreams. But anyway, I got up, got my coffee, said good morning to everybody, and started doing my hour of cardio. Typical day. Start what I always do, you know, check in with you know, the social media stuff, see what's been going on, you know, so far today, this and that, and start reviewing content. You know what I mean? Or the people that I look up to, that I enjoy listening to, that I get a lot from, that inspire me. And I started watching this video, and I gotta say, man, I was really surprised. And it wasn't even a hidden message. I was really surprised that this person at that level would not only say some of the things that they said, but allow the implications behind what they said to stay and sit. You know what I mean? And put that out. Maybe it wasn't very well thought through. I don't know, or maybe they feel like they're at a stage where they can just say whatever they want. Who knows? I'm not that person, so I can't say. Anyway, what that had done for me this morning, though, is, now don't get me wrong, I don't think anybody's perfect. Me, myself, being one of the least perfect of them all. But what it did for me is it took, and this is good, this is a good thing, it took a lot away from the celebrity aspect of it. And maybe this was intentional, it'd be a smart move. And brought them back down to a human level, you know, where they do experience, these people do experience feelings of pride and ego, and maybe even have some grandiose ideas about who they really are in the grand scheme of things based on success. I hope that kind of, if I ever become successful, I hope that never affects me in the way that I operate. Anyway, like I said, what it did is it brought them down to a level, in my mind, again, it just reminded me that we're all flawed. But it still didn't sit well with me. Basically, the overall message that I got from it, and it just shocked the shit out of me, was there's too many people trying to be me, and what you guys need to do is just calm down, know your role, and just shut the fuck up. really, that's the way it impacted me. And the way I personally felt was, I was just like, wow. Because I take shit like that personally, man. I'm a passionate person. If I give you my respect and I look up to you and I say that I honor and value your opinion and your insights, that's important to me. That's a big deal. Because I don't just say that lightly for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a thinker, and that's a really big deal for me. So it's just kind of like, you know, like I said, you know, you're not who I am. You're trying to be who I am. You're never going to be who I am. And I don't know who specifically this person was talking about. They're talking about one or two people, or one person, or a group of people. I don't know. But basically, the overall message that I gleaned from it was just shut up, don't even try. You know, and then they preface it for PC reasons, like, you know, I applaud your efforts, little guys, you know what I mean? But you're never going to be me. You know, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. And it just really kind of struck me, like, that's not what I understood through watching, you know, this person's content. Is like that is so far removed from what I believed was their mission. This kind of struck me as crazy. It contradicted everything that I've gotten from the messages that this person puts out. You know, and it really struck a chord with me. So I had something planned out for you guys, and like I said, I'll probably still end up doing it. But I had to get some things off my chest, man. And not, let's just say this. If this person even knows who I am or reviews any of my footage, that would be great, because I'm nobody to these people. It's like, you compare us, like, with what they've done and what I'm doing, it's like, I mean, this person's a giant, you know what I mean? But even with that being said, you still really ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like, you still are who you are. No matter how much you polish it up, no matter how much you dress it up, you still are who you are. And that overall is what I believe that people really need to be delivering with these clips and with this content, man. I think that's so important. Anyway, so you won't see me do this a lot, but like I said, I had a lot on my mind, and I didn't really want to miss anything, so this is kind of just like, I'm going to use this as a reference. It was kind of my notes, but I won't do it word for word, because that just feels forced. Basically, man, where I'll start is like, I'm going to start with that. I don't have a production team. I don't have videographers. I don't have editors. I don't have green screens. I don't have any of those things. I don't have any money. I think I might have like 92 cents in my bank account right now. And I'm just happy that it's in a positive balance and I'm not overdrawn. But I said that to say this, is at this point where I'm at, I have access to things like that. You know what I mean? I've got the editing software. I know people who are more savvy than I am. I have the intuition. I have the drive. I have the creative spirit. But I don't feel like I need those right now. I feel like all I need is an avenue, a vehicle, a means by which I can deliver what I gotta say, what I want to say, on things that I want to talk about, how I want to talk about them, to who I want to talk about them with. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know, and that's me. That's my message. That's my spirit. The things that I'm trying to convey through these videos is just myself. You know what I mean? Now I feel like really, man, like to implement, like, not that it's not entertaining, because it is, but I feel like to implement the music and the flash and, you know, the images that trigger and bring out certain emotions in people, yeah, those are effective and they're entertaining. But like I said, man, right now I'm trying to really stay away from those things. I don't feel like I need them at this point. So I intentionally distance myself from stuff like that. Like I said, man, I got ideas, you know, like, oh, this would be dope if I just had, like, for an intro and this and that. And, like, I have those kinds of things. I have those thoughts in my head. But right now, what my heart is telling me to do is deliver it just like I am. So that's what I'm doing. I'm following the spirit of my heart. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense at all. I mean, like I said, man, what I try to deliver on a daily basis is just, like I say over and over, the raw, uncut, the reality. That's the type of message that resonates with me. So that's what I try to give to other people. I know I'm not the only person who thinks this way. I can't be. I'd be a statistical anomaly. That I might be able to get paid off of that, but anyway. I mean, really, if I feel the need to treat people like children and put a bow and flashy paper and lights and all these really attractive things, just to simply get you to listen, like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Because you can put a message this big in a box this big, but when you open it up, you still can't hide the fact that your message is this big. When I was little, I haven't covered my childhood at all, but I didn't live with my mom growing up until I was about 9 or 10. But one of the first Christmases that we had over there, I was just, you know what I mean? I was, at that point in time, that side of my family was more fortunate. Anyway, my dad, he didn't have the means. There were other things that prioritized, that his priorities were fucked up. So he didn't have the means to make holidays like that special for me or my other siblings. And what he did, that's where I got this analogy from. What he had done, and I look back on it now and I kind of laugh, but at the time it broke my heart. But what he had done is he got this big box. I'm talking about like 2 feet by 2 feet. And just really nice wrapping paper. Mind you, my father had never gotten me a gift like this before, let alone made it look that nice, right? So I'm excited. That's the one I wanted to open first, so I did. And I opened it up, not knowing what to expect, because this is the first for me and my dad, you know what I mean? And there's a grocery bag in there. I open the grocery bag, and I pull out a little Nerf football from the secondhand store. Do you get where I'm going with that? All right. Like I said, to put all that stuff on there, what's the point? It doesn't serve a purpose. My main goal is to make a difference, however small it might be. I just want to make a difference somewhere, somehow. And if me sharing my life and the way that I live and the principles that I do live by, if that can make a difference by just being me 100% of the time, I'm happy with it. The other thing too is I believe that, yeah, man, all right, I'm just gonna come out and say it. There are dumb motherfuckers out there that you need to lure in like fish. You have to, and like there's a lot of consumers out there that I mean, that's what marketing is. That's what this business shit is you tell people they need this product. They can't live without it, and they believe it and they buy it. But what I feel like is I believe that I can trust people with just the information alone. You know what I mean? And I gotta believe that at least some of the people watching this footage don't turn it off after 2 minutes. They play the tape all the way through. You know what I mean? They see that there's a value in it. I mean, like I said, man, with the music and the montages of all these emotionally charged pictures, I mean, that's great, man, but when you strip all of that stuff away, you still have a subpar or a shallow message. It doesn't matter if you scream it, it doesn't matter if you throw it, it doesn't matter if you dress it up, it doesn't matter if you can make it fly. It's still going to be a hollow message. It's still gonna be a sale. It's still gonna be fake. Alright, give me a second here. Kind of lost my train of thought. I mean, I believe that the people it reaches right now are the people that it needs to reach. You understand what I'm saying? And at this stage in the game, we're all adults. We're not little bitty babies, like I said. I don't feel like I need to treat people like children. You know what I mean? I think that people, what I want, what impacts me the most is directness. I need the message delivered to me. No bullshit. You know what I mean? And not only can you handle that shit, but you need it. I need that shit in my life. I've said this before, man. A real friend is gonna tell you the wholehearted truth. They're not gonna fucking tell you what you need to hear because they don't want to hurt your feelings and like push you over the edge. You're already upset. Too late, motherfucker. I'm already upset. Now would be the perfect time. The Band-Aid's already ripped off. The wound is raw. Yeah, fuck it. It might open it up a little bit deeper, but this is now. Now is the time. Now is the time. Not later, when I've collected myself and I feel better. You know what I mean? And to reopen it and to create another problem, and I gotta relive everything. Now is the time. Right now, not later. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Like right now, the reality needs to be delivered. The honesty needs to be delivered. None of the bullshit. You know what I mean? None of this bullshit, man. It just really irritates the shit out of me. And I'm not playing with this, man. This is real life shit for me. I didn't just sit here one day and just be like, I'm tired of the regular, you know what I mean, 9 to 5. I think I'm about to become a YouTube star. It's not at all how it goes. It's not how it went for me. You know, for years, since I was a little kid, I recognized that I look at things differently than other people, like my peer group. I think differently than them, you know, and that's always kind of set me apart. I didn't figure that out, you know, until I was a little bit older, you know, maybe like 9, 10 years old, but I figured it out. I realized I think differently than all these people. Not that I'm better, or the way that I think is better, or that the way that they think is substandard. I just think differently. I've had talks with my mom about it. I've had talks with my father about it. And for a long time, what I ended up doing is I faked it. I pretended that I thought the same way and I felt the same things as everybody around me. But it never worked. It always felt forced, and I was always exposed as that person. Nobody knew what it was. They're just like, oh man, come on, bro. Like, you're trying too hard. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Like I feel like now is a point where not only is this therapeutic for me, but I know, I am without a shadow of a doubt that I know that what I have to say can help somebody out there. Period. Even if I never know about it. And that right there, that assurance right there, that makes it all worth it to me. You know, I get messages, you know, from people that I know and from people that I don't know, from people that I do know and that I never speak to. You know, talking about how what I'm doing is a good thing for them, like it inspires them. It got them to recommit to something, or gave them the courage to do something that they've wanted to do. You know what I mean? And all those likes and shares and subscribes and comments and messages and all that stuff, that's like money in the bank for me. That's a check for me. That's how I'm getting paid. You know, and if that's the only way I get paid, the entire time I decide to do this, I'm good, bro. I'm good. That's enough for me. I don't need anything beyond that. And like I said before, people that feel like they knew me, and this is good. This is for you too. When you decide to make a change, people that feel like they know you, they're gonna compare you to that old you, and that's their only gauge. They're going to continue to do that, and they're going to shout it up and down like, that's not who that is. I know that person. That's not how they are. You can't blame them though. That's the only experience they have with you. They don't have anything else to base their opinion on. And like I said, man, like, I do believe that there's a value in showing you guys everything, like, and showing you the inexperience that I have with all this stuff. Like I said, I don't have all these other elements of people, groups in my life right now helping me with this stuff, adding input. This is 100% me. You get to see the process unfold, like we're right here. I'm living the same things you are. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I'm not way up here talking about the process here that got me here. I'm right here. And I'm saying, hey man, these are the ways that these are the things that I believe. These are the principles that I live my life by. You guys want to share this with me? Come on, let's go. Let's get it together. You know what I mean? And we can grow together, we can grow apart, whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, come on, bro. Like, really? I feel like I shouldn't have to say this, but I will. Will the quality of these clips and this footage improve as time goes on? Of course it will. Will I get better with practice at delivering my message? Of course I will. Those kinds of improvements, they're not only necessary, but they're inevitable. You know what I mean? But what I will never, ever, ever do is get so busy or feel so forced for content that I put something out that isn't 100% me, that I didn't feel on my heart. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just gonna dress something up and put a bunch of montages together of people working out and lifting weights and killing the game and, you know, shooting the winning 3-point shot, and not me. Not me. If I can't give you myself 100%, 100% of the time, then I'm done. I'm done doing this, and I'll walk away from it not feeling bad at all, because I know that I'm not giving you bullshit. I'm not giving you false hopes. I'm not talking about things that I don't believe in or that I haven't gone through. That's another thing, man. People, we can all identify with pain. There are some of us who experience a little bit more than others. You know, when you claim to be one of those people, you better damn well be one of those motherfucking people, period. Because the ones of us out there, out here, that are really one of those motherfucking people, we don't feel the need to constantly talk about it. We don't need to put it in everybody's faces. We don't use it as a way to be like, look at me, and now look at how far I've come, you know, pat me on the back. No, fuck that. I talk about that shit, but I gloss over it. I don't go into depth. Why? Because I don't feel like it's relevant to the message today. You understand what I'm saying? It's not relevant to the message today. Are there going to be times, is there going to come a point in time where I feel like it's relevant to delve into that more in depth? Of course. You know what I mean? Of course, it's a part of my story. But it's not the message today. That's not the mission today. I don't need to tell you how many times I've been arrested. I don't need to tell you that I'm, you know, homeless or any of that shit. I don't need to tell you the way I grew up right now. That's not relevant to me right now. That's not important. That's not what's on my heart. That's not what I want to put out. One of the reasons is, myself included, for a long time, that becomes your identity. We got to grow away from that shit. We got to not forget about it or disassociate with it, but we've got to learn how to cultivate who we really are. That shit, those are your mistakes. You're living in the past. You got to cultivate who you really, really fucking are. In your heart, like the genuine article. And fuck who don't like it. Fuck who wants to criticize. Fuck who wants to put you down. Fuck who wants to call you a sucker. I don't give a fuck. I'm giving you who I really am. And that's the most gangster shit that anybody can do. Period. And I said that. And, man, I gotta say, like, my experience is, my inexperience with this stuff is glaring, and I don't care. Like I said, I think that has value. I don't edit these tapes or this footage. It goes from the camera to the laptop to you as fast as I can move the files because I feel urgent. I feel that sense of urgency, like I said before. I feel compelled to share this shit. The way that it comes out, you know what I mean? I feel like to do anything else to it would be to pervert it and just molest it to a degree that it's not real anymore. And people don't need that. They need reality with you just being fucking bombarded with shit left and right about how you should look, how you should act. You know what I mean? If you're from a certain demographic, this is how you should believe, this is how you should behave. I say bull fucking shit. You believe what you believe and you behave how you behave based on the principles you constructed that you live by. And if those aren't getting you anywhere, build some new ones. That's what I'm doing. That's what I've done. And that's what I'm still doing. And that's what I want you guys to do with me. You know what I mean? Like I said, that's the mission from the beginning, is to share what helped me, my experiences. I'm not going to tell you how to get there because I can't. What works for CP isn't going to work for everybody else. But you can look at me and be like, oh shit, I went through a similar situation. Let me sit back, oh, okay, boom, and work it out. Like I said, man, I give people what impacts me the most, and that's fucking reality. I'm gonna beat you over the head with that, over and over and over and over. Reality. It's not production. It's not flash. It's not personality. It's not persona. It's not a fucking product. That shit makes me sick. This is not a fucking product. I'm not a salesman. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give experience. I'm trying to share hope. You know, I've gained a lot of wisdom, you know, through the things that I've been through. And I know for a fucking fact that someone can use it out there. I know they can. You know what I mean? And I'm not in competition with anybody. With nobody. I'm not trying to be anybody but myself. Period. One thing I want to clear up is there are a few other dudes out there that make similar content, you know, and they go by initials as their moniker. I didn't just make up a fucking nickname and thought that it sounded slick. When I lived in the Oxford house, there were two Chris's, me and another one. For everybody there, to make it easier, because we got, hey Chris, and then we got two people, huh? I became CP, my initials, and the other dude became Chris whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it stuck. Everybody that I lived with in that house knows me by that name. You know what I mean? Most of the people here at Tacoma know me by CP. So it just made sense. When I decided to do this channel, sit down, talk with my wife, well, what are we going to call it? Well, I just want to, you know, I want to bring some real world shit, you know, to these videos and give people an all access, boom, CP all access, baby. You know what it is. 100% real, 100% of the time. I'm not going to feed you a bunch of bullshit. And man, like I said, man, people are going to judge you. People are going to fucking hate you. It's going to happen to me. It's been happening to me my whole life, but I don't fucking care anymore. I don't care. What I do in this life now, today, is to make myself better. That's my goal. I want to get better at being a father, a husband, a brother, a friend, an employee, a businessman, whatever the case may be. I just want to get better than I was. I want to grow. And on my way, I want to bring people with me. Because like I said, I'm one of those ones that literally came from nothing. You know what I mean? My entire childhood was chock full of those fucking nothing ass experiences. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And like I said, man, I promise you, I will never give you an image. I will never give you a fucking persona. All I can do is give you who I am all the time. You know what I mean? And if what I say has value to you, then great, man. I hope it helps. You know what I mean? But, I mean, You can't, and I didn't get discouraged when I heard this video and that message this morning. What it did is it kind of pissed me off, because you might as well have just sent that message to me. You know what I mean? Because you're talking to me. So it kind of pissed me off, and it inspired me to put this out, because I've got something else that I was planning on sharing today. But I just felt so compelled, man. So don't let people tell you how or you should do shit. If it's something of your own, it's a part of you, and you want to share it with people, you fucking do it the way that feels best to you, that feels real, because anything else is going to be forced, and people are going to fucking see that shit. They're going to see right through it. Like I said before, you might be able to fool a few of us for a while, but you're going to get exposed, because you're going to slip. And people are going to be like, no, bro, I don't want to hear that shit. You're full of shit. You're so full of shit, because, listen, man, your true emotions are going to betray your fucking words 100% of the time. I don't give a fuck how good of an actor you are. Your true emotions, the way you feel about a topic or whatever that you're trying to fucking tell people about, your true intentions and emotions are going to betray you 100% of the time. You're going to get exposed. So my suggestion, I live by it, to people just starting out, to you guys already out there doing this shit. If you're watching it and you're listening and you watch the whole thing, stay grounded and stay the person that you were when you first got into this shit, man. 100, man. With that, I'm gonna shut the fuck up, because I got shit to do. CP All Access, baby. 100% real, 100% of the fucking time. I said that. Peace.